Are they really your friends, bro? Are they there for a long time or just for a good time, man? College has taught me a lot about relationships and friendships in particular. As the semesters go on, it just so happens to be the case that, one semester you might have people you hang around, the next semester that's just not the case at all. And I think I have a more clear view or understanding of what exactly a friend is, or at least like a true friend. One of the things that I've learned, and I don't think I definitely haven't had a lot of instances of where like relationships have come crashing down. But I have had people who have drifted away from. And one thing that I've learned, man, is that just because you're having fun with people, just because it's all fun and games you're playing around, that does not mean that they're your friend. Not to get all nerdy here, but Aristotle, right? He talks about 3 kinds of friendships. And I forget about the name that he put on this kind of friendship, but this kind of friendship is one where the individuals are just there for a fun time, just for a good time, not a long time. And shout out to Rodaway for that long time bar. But yeah, I think I've seen a lot of that, people who just want to be around you to get a laugh. I don't think me personally I've seen that, but I know of people who have experienced that, who have these so-called friends who are just around them for a laugh or just entertainment. But when it comes time to do things that would classify a legitimate relationship, when it comes time to have real conversations, when it comes time to get help, those people are nowhere to be found, you know what I'm saying? And these are the so-called friends. And it's so interesting to me, because many of us would actually classify that as a friendship or relationship where all that's happening is fun and games and there's no depth to it. Some people call that a real friendship. But I mean, at the end of the day, where are those very people when you need them? You know what I'm saying? Where are those people when times get serious? Do they still count as friends? And that's another thing, man. Just the point on shallow conversations. I think I'm gonna make a whole separate video about that. But man, isn't that annoying? My freshman year of college, I worked at, for people who go to Hope, I worked at the Klets Market. And the main reason why I stopped working there, bro, was just because of the kinds of conversations that were being had. I would pull up to my 5-6 hour shifts and, all I could expect to hear about is the weather or somebody's cat or a Disneyland trip. And, there's nothing wrong with that. Shallow conversation is not inherently wrong, but it's like, if that's the main thing that we're going to be discussing, something shallow, bro, I'm gonna have to be out, man. I think for a friendship, it's super important to have a balance of, introductory or shallow or playing around, but also a depth and seriousness. And when I say friendship here, I'm talking about a true friendship, you know what I'm saying? Like people who are actually there for you, as I've insinuated. And again, it's just about how much someone shows up for you, that that I think we can call them a friend. We all know those people who, when times are good, when times are all jolly, they see you, they're like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? How you been? But it's like, as soon as times are not good anymore, they'll just walk past you and act like they don't even know you, bro. When it's all jolly, when you're doing something for them, when you both are doing something that, or when you both are trying to reach some kind of end goal, they're all jolly and happy, like, hey, how you been, man? How you doing? As soon as all that ends again, they're nowhere to be found, man. Like, that has to be like one of my biggest pet peeves, you know what I'm saying? People who act a certain way one time, then another time they're completely different. Like, keep the same consistent energy, man. And of course, like I've insinuated there, the friends that only hit you up when they need something. The people who go months on end or years without talking to you, but as soon as they need a favor, they're gonna hit you up and then you're all of a sudden besties. Is this really your best friend, bro? And, all the descriptions that I've given, I think that tells a lot about a person, you know what I'm saying? If someone is willing to be in a relationship of some kind of friendship in particular here, just for the benefit of themselves, man, like, what does that say about that individual too? And is that even someone that you want to be friends with? And again, I've experienced this to I think a minimal degree, and a lot of us have, you know what I'm saying? So the purpose of making this video, I think, is just to have all of us reflect on people who we call friends, and take a step back and see, are these people really my friends? Because at the end of the day, if you have a lofty goal of some kind, if there's some destination that you want to reach, the kind of people you surround yourself are extremely important, man. And it's crazy, man. That's something that I think I'm really learning. Like, on the path to becoming who you want to be, man, there just might be some people you have to let go, some people you have to move on from. And it's no disrespect to them, it's no shade, but people outgrow one another. I think that's just the reality of many of our situations. So yeah, I mean, I'd encourage you to look for friends, reevaluate your friendships, and You know, look for friends who are there for a long time, and again, not just a good time. People who got your back, people who you know you can rely upon, and people who rely upon you too. And people who you can actually have conversation with, you know what I'm saying? Not just talk about freaking Disneyland and the color of the grass or donuts or whatever. Yeah, man, that's about it for this video, man. I just been reflecting. I just got back from Georgia and I was like, hey, woke up this morning thinking about friendship. So there goes that. I'll see y'all soon.